deployment and building CICD pipeline to get the deployment done. So I'm going to get the codes out that will be deploying. Let me create a new folder called .NET sample. Okay. So yeah. The folder. .NET. Sample API. We're creating a folder inside it. Inside .NET sample API, we have programs. Fine. That's your Christmas folder code. The folder. This folder is going to be called controllers. And in our controllers, we have controller.cs. It's okay. So we have the next one .NET. The next one is .NET. .NET sample API. Fine. Okay, so this is everything inside our .NET application. It's just a sample .NET application. What we want to do today is just to create a deployment for this .NET application, a CI/CD pipeline for it. It's just a sample .NET application, nothing big. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is just to create our pipelines. For it, we have a sample pipeline that we want to use. So what we'll do, we'll create our pipeline under our Github workflow. Let me just create a new pipeline, a new file called .NET CICD YAML. Okay. First thing first that I want to do, our normal processes get.
A quick question, sir.
Please hold on.
Okay.
Just hold on. So first thing first, we just get our normal things that we need to get out of it. We are running on .NET CI. .NET CI. So in this. What is it complaining of? Or dispatch event, another triggered workflow. Okay, API. Okay. This one is going to be .NET CICD. Some of the course proper jobs. Yeah, okay. You're still gonna have jobs. Downwards. You have jobs. First job, yeah, we'll be having here is our build a build job. So just now we have other steps again. We want to bring it into it for this .NET application. Just pick up. So what I'm trying to avoid here is just indentation errors. It's just bear with me. Okay. So I want the first task I want here is into seeding. Deployment. Okay, good. So just let me explain everything I just did now from beginning. So the first thing I did was to create a sample .NET application. Here's the .NET application and the properties that are inside the .NET application. You get it. The next thing I'm doing is the next thing I'm doing is I'm doing a GitHub checkout. It's just a normal checkout for the repo and so on and so forth. The next thing I'm doing here is installing .NET on the runner machine. The runner machine here is Ubuntu latest. You understand? The virtual machine that is used to run the job. I'm installing .NET on it. That's the first thing on that thing I'm doing again. The next thing I need to do is .NET restore. I don't want you to bore yourself out with these processes. You can use ChatGPT to get the processes. There's no issue with it. I just want to just see how we deploying the application looks like a sample. Yeah. At this point, you are having build application, build .NET, build, no restore, configuration, release. Don't bore yourself on this. You can look into the report. The next thing you are doing here, you are seeing, okay, .NET publish application. It's going to publish the application, upload the application into upload this application, the artifact that was published. Come in. Hmm. Okay, okay. Okay. Use it. .NET publish and so on and so forth. So what we are just trying to do, we are just trying to play around an application because your CI/CD pipelines are really they are made for processes. For instance, a developer builds writes a code on a system. He wants to deploy that code to an environment or to quote and unquote a server. You understand? It doesn't just do the processes manually. That's why you have the DevOps engineer. You automate the process. To automate that process of building the application, the developer just needs to push his code. After pushing his code, for instance, his code is a .NET code or what you call C# code. He pushes his code to his repo. You have a pipeline ready to run. Once the code is pushed into this repo, the pipeline starts running and the pipeline does these processes, building the code. Let's just give it, for instance, it is building the code and deploying. Let's just give that an instance, you understand? So this time around, you are not just using a like these ordinary processes like this. Now, this time around, you are doing something like a real application. You are deploying a real application. What do you really want to do now? So this is the whole process. Let's look at how it's going to be. Git, sorry, it's add. It's going to sample. On git push. Okay. Let me share my screen to show you. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, which brand? Okay, it's just pushed. Sorry, it's just pushing. Okay, .NET application. So at which point it is failing checkout. CD. Okay. Okay. So it's complaining about this checkout that I did here. Sorry, it's not. It complained about this first thing I did here. So actually, this ought to be after my checkout. Sorry. Improving. Okay. I'm coming, please. I'm trying to. Let me do something. I want to turn off this particular pipeline now. Sorry, I just turned off this particular pipeline. I don't want it to distract what we are doing. Sorry, I don't know what happened to the network. Just bear with me. So maybe I'll have to do the next edit on the repo itself. Sorry. So why this is still pushing? Please, who wants to ask the question? Binga.
Okay, yes, I wanted to ask a question as regards the format. So I still checked earlier, YML and YAML, they are the same thing, but what's the difference between YML and YAML?
Okay, so left to me. So YAML is the same. The two are the same thing.
Okay,
You understand?
yeah,
YAML and YML, they are the same thing. So let me even give you. You should just go online and check it. There's no big deal
okay,
difference. You see, they are actually the same thing. You see it?
yeah,
They are
okay,
not.
I've
They
noted
are
that.
not. They are not the same. They are different. They are the same thing. So it's just
Okay,
like the way it is being used in a different
okay,
environment. Like now in Azure DevOps, it is. I think it's mainly YAML that's being
okay,
used. You understand?
mm,
But in GitHub
yeah,
Action, they use YML, but it's the same thing. You get.
okay,
So
okay,
there's no big thing,
no,
a big deal
okay,
about it. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Okay. I'd like to know your own question also. Just let
Okay.
me.
Please, can you go back to your VS Code?
Okay.
Um, yeah. So my question here is because it's all confusing. The part where you have to create a different file, so a different folder for .NET sample deployment, And under that one, you created another subfolder, which is controllers, which
Okay.
you have .NET samples. Can you just a bit
Okay.
expatiate,
So
like explain that part?
so let me explain how
Sorry, I'm not done because and how is it that this other part, the test, the YAML file test, 2JSON, and those ones would not interfere with this one up there? It's a bit confusing in my head. I say we are going deeper now. You don't need deep for my head now.
Okay, so let me just talk about it. So in your when you look at a .NET application, for instance, it has folders. Yes, and you have something called the controllers. You have something called the normal C# application. When you hear .NET, they are talking about C#. So we have different stack in software development. You have Python. You have people that write Angular. That's front-end applications. You have people that write Node.js, React. People that write different kind of languages. Backend, you have people that write Java. I have one Java application here that I want to even that I will give you guys to do. Actually, it's called I'll try to remember the application. So you have Java, you have .NET application, you have C++, and so on and so forth. Those are different stack and languages. You get it? But this one, we are having a .NET application. That's a C# application. All what we just need to do, just follow the process. You don't need to know C#. That's the aim and objective of this training is not learning C#. If you are learning C#, I would have dropped the volume of book you read on C#, you go and read C#, but you don't really need it. You understand? You can be in an environment that all what they do is to use Java, and in some environments, all what they do is just using C++ or C. So in that scenario, the folder structure can be different. So please don't confuse the folder structure. I created this folder just to give a sample of like a developer developed an application. Let's use this folder structure as a sample of that application and build and deploy the application. That's why we have it like this. Okay, I'm with you.
Okay,
That's it
thank you
then.
very much. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so you can.
I would read more on it.
So don't bore yourself about. I would say don't bore yourself about it. It's my network that is giving this error. I want to see what it's complaining about in the .NET.
Sorry.
Okay.
I want to ask one more question. When we started this class back then, a few weeks back, you used to do something that I really like. You just asked us to read one or two things before the next class, so that we would at least help ourselves and help you too.
Before
So
before
maybe,
the class.
yeah,
Okay.
yes,
I
yes,
will do that
yes.
going forward.
Maybe it doesn't have to be bulky. It doesn't have to be bulky. Just maybe two things. Then it was CI and CD. Difference between CI and CD. You have to learn, which was very, very, very helpful. And none of us started asking questions about CI/CD. It was just the way forward in pipeline creation that we went with. So if you can maybe just help us with just small, small things that okay, read about this one, read about that one, read about this one before our next class. So I will not
Okay.
bore you with plenty questions.
Okay, no problem. I'll take that to heart. Hmm. Okay, so this ought to be this. It wasn't able to get the .NET application to build. So CD. So the error it gave here was it couldn't get the right application to build.
Yes, and the thing is, it's how you're reading the error, how you're debugging this thing. I'm very interested how you read this error and know where to get it straight up. Like this
Same
is all
here
magic
too.
I need. This is a
Okay.
debugging special power. And debugging sincerely is
I
something
swear
I
down.
Okay, so this thing is just I would say, guys, it's not rocket science. You understand? It's years of
Okay.
experience doing this. That's why I say I just look at it. I know where the problem is coming from. I just move on.
Exactly.
So so
That power, that
so
juju, I need you to do that.
okay, let's get to it. This one, for instance,
Hmm.
um, this one, for instance, you have this task is called restore dependency. You understand? Go to your
Yes.
pipeline,
Yes. Okay.
look for restore dependency. So this is it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the task where it's broke. The pipeline
Okay.
failed. Now,
Okay.
what they did complain of, it said that error, specify a project or solution file. The current working directory does not contain a project or solution file.
Okay. Fine.
So
Okay.
this .NET application here, it
Mm,
has, this is a CS project, is a project file.
okay.
In .NET, is you are the two major parameters for a project file is CS proj or a .sln.
Okay.
So that's why I said that don't bore yourself around the parameters. Even what I'm giving you guys as assignments is not even .NET. That one is Java.
Voila. It's all right.
So that's why I said that don't bore yourself. I'm just using this one as a sample so you can be able to get to speed on it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let me just stop the recording for now and